Good morning. How's everybody doing? It is Eliza with Prisma Homes, KW Cherry Hill, going live here. Want to make sure we're fully on before we get totally rolling here. I am at a really beautiful, interesting, exciting home in Medford, New Jersey today. Just sort of, I get here early to set up. There's a vibe in here that is tough to put my finger on, but it's just right. And it's very peaceful. It's very beautiful. The way the light is moving through the house, all of the amenities. It's a big home. We're like 37 and change, 3,700 plus square feet here, not including a finished basement. This home has flexibility too. There's such a variety of ways to think about some of these spaces. It's just like, the more I'm in this, the more I love it. Not that I didn't love it the first time, but it's just, I don't know, there's something really magical here. So I'm excited to show it to you. We are gonna be live here, I would say probably about 30 minutes because it is a big home. So we'll go through, we'll start on the main floor, we'll go upstairs, we'll go downstairs. I think I can do the majority of the basement, maybe not take you up into the far corner where where I'll show you when we get there, because that was the only spot I didn't have great service, but we're gonna try to do everything. And I think outside is really important too. So we're gonna do the pool, the backyard, the front yard, the side yard. It's a gorgeous opportunity. So we are here at 69 Tallowood Drive, Medford, New Jersey. We are in Tamarac. It is a 5-bed, 3.5 bath home. We have a bright sunny day. You'll see some glare throughout. It's a beautifully illuminated home and with really interesting windows, cutouts, everything. We are priced here at $740. This is a great price for this home. It's in beautiful shape, and we'll go through some of that. So I'm Eliza, I am the listing agent. If you have a question, you can DM us. If you'd like a showing, you can DM us. We haven't quite set our open house schedule. It's only Monday, so we will see if we make it to the next, to the coming weekend here. We may or may not, so just keep that in mind as we go through. But let's get started. We're gonna get started right at the front door. You guys can put questions or comments in the chat as we go. I'll do my best to answer them. If you have a really detailed question, we will talk later. I'll get you the disclosure, measurements, anything like that, okay? So I think we can get started. Turn this around. All right, we are gonna start at the front door. Let me get my stabilizer out of the way. And like I said, there is glare today because it is the sunniest day we've had in a while. Cleaned my camera like 4 times. Look at this. So you come in this beautiful, and this is just power wash, this beautiful like pergola style. This is like a Spanish Mediterranean styled home. It is a colonial. One of the questions I got from someone who had looked at the pictures was, is it a split level? No, it is not. It is a colonial. And it is on a big piece of land on a corner here. That's all natural ground cover. I would like to take you out there at the end of this tour. But what a first impression area. And then you come in. This is such a special home. Yes, Jill, isn't it? Feels like an escape into nature. I agree completely. It's such a good way to put it. So the front door is now at my back, and this is your first impression. This is just so beautiful. You see those beautiful board and peg hardwood floors. That is the dining room there. It doesn't have to be the dining room. There's other dining room opportunities that, like I said, there's a flexibility that this home has, which is such an advantage. Different people use homes differently. And then to my left is it was the garage, and it was converted into a first floor suite. So we used to call them something like an in-law suite. It is a first floor primary suite now. There's still a primary suite up top as well, a big one. But flexibility, options, imagination, like that is what we're dealing with here. And I love this foyer. Look at how pretty this is coming right in. And the spaces are large. Again, we've got 3,700 square feet we're dealing with, not including the basement. Got big spaces, but let's go into this dining room. There is a theme in this home, and it is the arched window. So we've got semicircle. There's an architectural term for that. I always forget it. My art history professors would not be happy. but you'll see there's some cutouts that mirror that, and they're throughout the home. Like there's all of this beautiful consistency. And this, at the front of the home, is set up currently as a huge dining room. This could be a formal living room. It's totally your choice. And you'll see sliders. There's a really cool way that two different sets of sliders sort of connect in a back covered porch and give access to the pool. I'm just imagining the parties that I would throw in this house. They would be legendary. Now, this is probably the other most obvious option for a dining room. It is currently set up as a sitting room. Flip these. I mean, depending on how much you host, what kind of space you need, you just make the decision. It's totally flexible. And then you're looking out through two windows at that beautiful sparkling pool. I dipped my toe in it. It is heaven. But look at this space. And I love, so again, looking this way, look at that with the beams, the arched cutout windows, the natural wood with the trim. This is like a magazine. And all I can hear are cicadas and the hum of well-working air conditioning, which we need this summer. Look at that with the diagonal of the stairs. Perfect. This home is in beautiful condition. We're gonna go to the kitchen here. So we've started along the right side of the home. This is a large kitchen with a big eat-in area, true cook's kitchen, beautiful neutral finishes, nice and renovated. I can just imagine cranking out some really good holiday meals right here, everyday meals, gathering. You're gonna see my shoes on the floor. I am so sorry. I don't know, I think my shoes got wet and the amount they were squeaking caused me to abandon them. Right before I went live, I was like, this is crazy. I'll put them on when we go outside, which is why they're there. But look at these views. Oh, so pretty. And again, everything's really big. I love this. It's like a, almost like a wood look, like a weathered birch look, ceramic tile, stainless steel appliances, window over the sink. Look at that, over to the deck. Beautiful deck off the side. There's so much usable space outside, you guys. Emily, yes, so much space, right? Everything is like supersized. Not in the bad way. I've been in some homes where you're like, okay, there's too much dead space. That is not the case here. Everything is kind of like, you know, in your own house, you're like, I wish I just had like 3 more feet. It would solve my entire life if I had 3 more feet in this one room. This is exactly that. Love these pendant lights. Let me stand over here and get you. So this cutout is so fun. There's cutouts throughout a lot of this home, and the way, like, look how you can see. So we haven't been in that room yet. That's the family room. This is upstairs, downstairs, staircase, floating staircase. That's the sitting room that could be a dining room. You see those arched windows we took a look at. The visual flow of this home is superior. And then I just want to like keep you guys oriented. So there's the front door again. Look at that foyer. Like, come on. Beautiful neutral tones. If you're like a decorator or someone really interested in getting into that in your own home, it doesn't get much better than this in terms of really beautiful architectural elements ready to take on your style. So again, just want to make sure you guys understand the layout here. Dining, could be a living. And let me just show you while we're here. I'll give you the first peek. So that's the pool out there. And then the other sliders out there on the other side under this covered back porch, those were the sliders in the kitchen. And then through again to current sitting room, could be a dining room, could be anything you want it to be. And then back to the kitchen. Let's go into our gorgeous family room here. Nice updated hardwoods in here. It is sunken, just 2 steps. This fireplace is everything. I didn't know how bad I wanted a semicircle fireplace until right now. Why aren't there more of these? And then look at the beams overhead. It's very simple. It's like a simplistic beauty, because this is not over-designed. It's not contemporary. I mean, these are classic Mediterranean-inspired elements. Look at this bar. And that's the little cutout that I mentioned in the kitchen when we were looking this way. So you can see that's 2 steps up. So at eye level, I'm seeing in to pretty much countertop height at the kitchen. And then this bar is nice and high. This is like a chest height bar. Can you imagine? I love this little custom painting above that. I think it is such a darling touch. So artistic. Love that mantle. It spans the entire wall. That looks like a textured wall. The ceiling is not textured, which is nice because I know people are a bit wary of that. The texture is working perfectly. Again, remember what style we're in here. I'm gonna scoot into the bar so you can imagine. What kind of drink would you serve here? I would do a Paloma. I don't know why. It's Monday morning. Oh, look at this. Hold on. That's perfect. Like, give me a little nook and cranny for some tchotchkes all day long. That bottle fits perfectly. So that's like the standard, you know, downstairs. We've also got powder room. This has a fan attached to it, so I don't want to run it, but nice powder room here off to the corner. I love that placement. Good updates in here. And then first floor laundry. Utility sink, lots of space if you wanted to do like a folding table. You've got room over here, hanging rack, whatever you want. This, guys, who knows what this is? I certainly do. Do you know what it is? Some extra storage, some hooks here. So, and the door is shut. So if you've got company over, you just close the door. And then, so not these sellers, but previously someone had converted some space here. And I think it's a wonderful addition to the home. Not an addition like in sense of a built addition, but look at those knobs. This is currently set up as a sitting room, relaxation. You could do home office out here. If you had like a lot of virtual meetings or something, you could set this up really pretty, and it's off, it's quiet, it's in the corner. But what it really is a bedroom on the first floor with a full bathroom. So again, the outdated term is in-law suite. It's really just anyone who needs first floor living suite. So that can be somebody with some mobility challenges, an au pair, someone who just comes to stay. You know, if you've got generational help or multi-generational living, sometime or all of the time, this space, and look, there's those curved windows again. This space is everything because, again, ultimate flexibility, total usability. This can be a bedroom. This can be anything. Yes, Emily got it. So that thing I showed you in the ceiling of the laundry room. Laundry chute. Someday. That's a someday for me. I want one of those. And then we've got, so again, this is a bedroom. So we've got closet space right here. Tons of closet space. And then more storage right here. So like personal linens or just downstairs catch-all. There's so much storage in this home. But how great is it to have this? Really special. And again, it's tucked away. I'm gonna go upstairs. And then we've still got 4 beds and 2 full baths up here because remember, it's a 5-bed, 3.5 bath home. So the first thing we're gonna do is the primary suite. This thing is huge. Look at that. Nearly floor to ceiling length mirror. Not mirror. Oh my God. Window. I swear. It's Monday. So huge room. You can set this up any way you want. That is, I believe, a king size bed. So you see how much room we've got here. Beautiful view. Let me show you what that's looking at. Really pretty. Two large mirrored closets here. I'll open one up for you. Let's do this one. So these are big. Sorry guys, someone is calling me repeatedly, which I didn't think you're supposed to be able to do when you're on do not disturb, but they're finding a way. Now this is, so I showed you again, just in case it cut out, two big closets there. And then a big walk-in here. There's the laundry chute. Emily, remember? I love that. And then we've got this sort of open air vanity nook right here. You can set up a mirror, all your stuff, and then a nice big bathroom. There's a linen closet to my left. Dual vanity sinks. Nice big shower here. Walk-in shower. Look at this pretty mural. Love it. Toilets in this little corner here. Door shuts. Vanity again. Huge room. Absolutely love this suite. Dream come true primary suite. Has it all. And when you step out of your room, you're looking at this. Not bad, right? Emily, I say every day that my next house will have a laundry chute. I am also saying that. I'm pretty sure I'm never moving. However, I'm saying it. All right, so the next thing we come to is the main hall bath. This is what the other bedrooms share here. And I love, this is like open air. It's just the sink. It's got some like linen style and everyday kind of storage right here. And then the door is to another sink, toilet, and bath shower combo. I love these natural wood doors. These are solid wood. Good shot of this here. Oh, Cassie, dreaming about the land. All right, so then we've got 3 additional bedrooms. 1, 2, 3. Let's do them in the order I just showed them. So we'll start in here. There's beautiful built-ins here. Could change out that top. You can take these out. They are built in, so they convey with the home. Ceiling fan, nice big sliding farm-style door on that closet. It's all wall-to-wall carpet up here. This home was built in, I believe, 1975. Let me check that. Yep, 1975. So if you wanted to change out the flooring, you saw there's beautiful flooring downstairs. I'm assuming this is just on a subfloor up here, so you could do new carpet, you could put hardwoods down, anything you want. Some murals in here. Look at this frog. There's an artist here. So cute. I would try to keep these. You don't have to. I think they're amazing. Another bedroom here. The measurements on these bedrooms are huge. They're mostly like 13 by 11, 11 by 11, really good sizes. This is really common. They've taken off the doors, nice organizers in there. And guys, this home is ready. I mean, you can settle fast on this. They have moved out. And then look at this pretty room here, again, with that curved top of the window. Organizers in this closet, a little bit of texture on this ceiling. Nice and neutral, move-in ready. Beautiful solid wood door. Good stuff, right? So that was our 3 beds that share the main hall bath, and then primary suite on the other end of the hallway. So you've got your space, you're away from everybody else. And everyone enjoys this on this balcony. See, it's kind of at this level here, waist height. I would be yelling down probably a lot. Might get an intercom. This home does have an alarm system. There's a couple other bells and whistles like automatic lights. I'll show you in the basement. Oh, it's so lovely coming down here. And speaking of the basement, let's do it. So just following the staircase around. Now I think we'll be okay. If I lose signal, I'll run back up. Just stay with me. Looked okay in the majority of the basement when I tried. So is it a little bit dark? Oh, the lights just came on. The carpet smells brand new. It's gotta be, I mean, the current owners bought this just a year ago. There was an unforeseen move that happened. They had no intention of moving this fast. So a lot of what you're seeing was done with the assumption they'd be staying. Now, this is sectioned into a few different areas. This is where sometimes I start to lose signal, so just bear with me if that happens. This is an amazing like yoga room, playroom, if you needed guest quarters. And this is what I think I unfortunately can't go into to show you this, but huge. Yeah, I see that it's like struggling. Hold on. I think I'm still with you. For some reason around that corner, it doesn't want me to do that. But there's all of this space to explore, so we want you to come see this in person and really explore it. I also know that I can't really get you too far into here. This is utilities, HVAC, everything is like 8 years old or less. And that door goes to the remnants of the garage, which I know for a fact I can't take you that far. When I go into that area, I lose my signal. But there is still garage style storage. You have to kind of come see it for yourself. It's one of those. Yeah, I've got like 2 bars and I know I'll have 0 if I go too far into there. It's the only real drawback about these virtual tours is we are bound to cell signal, Wi-Fi signal, all of that. Get that out of the way. But let's just talk about usability of this basement. So game room, video games, playroom, music room, home office, gym. It's like there's no wrong way here. This is pretty amazing to have. Let me see if I can get you a little bit further over this way. Oh, it's so nice and cool down here. This is the good stuff. And this does not factor into the interior square footage. I'm gonna go back up before I lose you guys. Oh, look at this view coming up too. And I don't want to shortchange that basement. It's just that the tour will end itself. So again, please come see it in person. And we're going outside. I'm putting my shoes on. Now that's the other slider from what's now the dining room. Hear that air conditioner going. So you're in this like covered porch with the gate, so nice and safe. If you have like small children or dogs or anything like that, you can keep that sectioned off. And then look at this beautiful saltwater pool. It is so perfect. I dipped my toe. I wanted to dip my entire self. This is such a beautiful sunny day. And this lot is huge. So I'll show you now. You got some glimpses of this from the family room with the curved fireplace. This is the deck. It is a composite deck. It is huge. There's a staircase down to the front there. It comes all the way back here. If you're searching for the house that everybody wants to come to, I think it's this one. There's been some big improvements. If you guys have questions about condition or improvements on anything, we will send you the disclosure. If anyone's asking questions right now, I can barely see my screen because of how bright it is. So sorry, I'll answer it when I get inside. Now, this is all highly usable space. You can see there's a play set down there. There's a fence. Do not underestimate the usability of this lot. And I'm looking for, so it's 0.78 acres, so nearly 0.8 acre. This is huge. And it's private without, like, you definitely feel like you're part of the neighborhood, but you're not really like staring at anyone in particular. It does feel a bit on its own in a very good way. Lots of mature trees. That deck is huge. This pool is everything. Look at all that beautiful hardscaping. And you're in Medford, so you know there's like a whole like lake community. There is an association. It's $400 a year. It's not like a HOA where you're paying every month, and it's more of like a community HOA. If you guys have any questions about that, look at this boat. Because again, you can wake up in the morning, go paddle boarding on Tamarac Lake. This is like an active, community-oriented area. Summer camp is in full swing. There's camps all over the place. Camp culture is amazing. I was a camp counselor for years at JCC Medford. Awesome camp. There's a few tall pines out here. And then looking down this way past the shed, awesome shed for like storage and pool stuff. It goes all the way to the road that way. What an opportunity, right? Now I can see my screen. I don't think I missed any questions. Let me see. Oh yeah, someone said every bedroom has a beautiful view. That's 100% correct. I want to take you out the front door. Any questions, shout them out. Again, we don't have our open house scheduled together yet. Usually by Tuesday, we're kind of setting those into motion. So check with us. Do you hear my shoes? Listen. Like, they weren't like this yesterday. I don't know what happened. Not the right shoe to wear for a virtual tour. Now, a lot of this out here was just power washed. There we go. So driveway here. Big driveway. And then all this space. Listen to just cicadas and beautiful natural ground cover. Love this brick staircase down. There's cobblestones. Feels like a fairy garden. So magical. And there's nature out here. If you're like a nature lover, if you were looking for some peace and serenity, Medford's great because you're really only like a half hour from Philadelphia, unless you're traveling like at the worst possible rush hour moment. That's the home. Isn't this great? All right, guys, what do you think? I think I love it. I want to know if you love it too. What an opportunity. Again, we are priced at $740. That is a competitive price. If you guys have any detailed questions, let me turn this around. Whoops. Nope. They need to make that button bigger for turning the camera. It's like shoved in between two buttons that you don't want to push, so it's very difficult. If you have any questions about this home, about anything you saw today, DM. If you have a realtor, schedule to see it with them. If you do not have a realtor, we can get you a showing right on DM here on Facebook, or call our number. This is a good one. And it's a great house to see because it's a unique opportunity. It's a unique home. It's it's just right in so many ways. So really, really, truly, between the pool, the trails, the lake, and the land, life would be so much fun in this home. I agree, Jill. You can really kind of have it all. It's nice. It's a nice feeling. Taxes, by the way, you know we're in South Jersey here. Taxes are not bad at all. We're at 15 and change, about 15 and a half. For a home that's nearly 4,000 square feet in this price range, that is great. Good schools, good community, beautiful downtown. There's trails nearby to walk. Again, the lakes community, going to one of these beautiful beaches in the summer. You're paid for with your association. There's camps run by the township. You can really kind of have it all. So this is worth serious consideration. Come see it. All right. Again, I'm Eliza. Thank you so much for tuning in today. It was nice to see you guys. Have a great week. It's Monday. Got a big week ahead. We will see you soon, I hope. Take care, everybody. Bye.